This is a combination from Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays notes. So to find the inverse of a function, swap the x and y around. So if I had a table, this is like from Monday, if you have a table with a point on there and you want to find the inverse, all you do is flip-flop x and y places. So my new x is 2, my new y is 1. The inverse function will have all of the opposite operations of the original function. So if my original function says to subtract 5, my inverse is going to be to add 5. If my original is to divide by 3, my inverse is going to be to multiply by 3. And third review is compositions of functions. Is when one function is plugged into the other. Compositions of functions is when one function is plugged into the other one. All right, if two functions, f of x and g of x are inverses, then they will both equal x. So f of g of x must equal x, and g of f of x must also equal x. So in other words, if one function is plugged into its inverse, everything should cancel out except for x. All right, example 1. Verify if f of x is equal to 5x minus 7 and g of x is equal to x plus 7 over 5. So the first thing that I'm going to do is f of g of x. So what am I going to start with? F, which is 5x minus 7. And what am I going to replace in there? The x. What am I replacing the x with? With g, which is x plus 7 divided by 5. I'm carrying down my 5 to the front, and I'm carrying down my minus 7 to the back. I'm only drawing the arrows so that you can see where they're going. Is there anything that I can cancel out? I can cancel out the 5s. So I'm left with x plus 7 and then minus 7. Is there anything else I can cancel out? I can cancel out both the 7s. So I'm left with x, which is what I want. The only thing that should be left is x. All right. And then we need to do it, but for g of f of x. So what am I going to start with? So my g is x plus 7 divided by 5. What am I going to replace? The x is getting replaced by, which is 5x minus 7. I'm carrying down my plus 7 and then sticking my divided by 5 underneath it. Can anything be canceled out? The 7s. So now I'm left with 5x over 5. Can anything else be canceled out?
5.
So I'm left with x, right?
Yeah.
So these are inverses. You can also look up here and see that the 5, one is being multiplied, one is being divided, and then minus 7 plus 7. So you can kind of look that way. Just be careful. Am I good to flip?
Wait.
Okay, I will wait. Am I good now?
Yeah.
Okay. Last example.
What do you spend? What do you spend?
Verify if f of x is equal to 3x minus 1 and g of x is equal to x over 3 plus 1. Do those look like inverses?
Yep. No. Like,
Alright, so we're going to start with f of g of x.
they're not inverse, so I'm just not going to work.
What am I starting with?
A G.
F, which is 3x minus 1. What am I replacing? The x with what? X over 3 plus 1. I'm carrying down my front 3, carrying down my minus 1. And then here's where the fractions seem to be getting everybody, because y'all don't seem to understand how fractions work. This 3 has to go to the front and to the back of the parentheses. It goes to everything that's inside. So these two 3's right here, what happens to these? They cancel out, but do not mark this front 3 out because the front 3 does not go away. It just makes the bottom 3 go away. So I still have the x, and then 3 times 1 is 3. And then I'm carrying down my minus 1. I can combine those for x plus 2. It does not equal just x. So they are not going to be inverses. I also want to show the g of f of x because of the fractions again. So my g is x over 3 plus 1. What am I replacing? The x with 3x minus 1. Still keeping it divided by the 3. And then carrying down my plus 1. Alright, so right here, these 3's, once again, top and bottom will take care of the 3 in front of the x, but it does not mean the bottom 3 goes away. It still has to go right here. So I'm going to have x minus 1/3 and then plus 1. So your final answer is x plus 2/3. I just wanted y'all to see that how the fractions work.